You know what's funny, y'all? Pause in the draws. I never thought of Mike Tyson as the smooth type. I always looked at him, it's like, oh, look at that wild beast. Ooh, he looks like, and like he eats raw meat. I got some meat for him to eat. Baby, mommy is working. Mommy is working. Well, hello there, love bugs. Hello there, bellas. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and tip your favorite narrator via Cash App at $NAYROB on YouTube. And if you are not already a part of this book club, please hit the Patreon link below and or the join button here on the YouTube. And for a small monthly fee of $5, you babies, yes, you can be privy to all the shenanigans before the YouTube gets it, if the YouTube gets it. Now, wait a minute. Y'all, we ain't had a book this goddamn good by a man since the Rickety James, you heard me? Altogether, I would say the best books we have read would be the Rickety James, Mariah Carey, not because she gave us all the tea, but she gave us a lot of truth, okay? Who else? Etta James. If you could think of another one of our books that we read that was hot like fire, put it below. But baby, this Mike Tyson book, mother hunches, you're welcome. One day, my friend Curtis and I were robbing a house. The people who lived there were from the Caribbean, and so was Curtis. I was in this pitch black house and I heard, "Who's that? Is that you, honey?" I thought it was Curtis playing around, trying to scare me. So I said, "I'm trying to find a gun and the money. Look for the safe, all right?" "What, baby?" I realized then that it wasn't Curtis talking. It was the guy who lived there who was lying on the couch. I rushed to the door. "Curtis, this shiz don't look right. Let's get out of here. And somebody is in here," I said. But Curtis was a perfectionist. Curtis wanted to lock the door instead of just running away. I ran the F out. The owner opened the door and smashed Curtis in the head and knocked him out cold. Wasn't until a year later that I saw him again. He was alive, but his face was all shattered. He got hit that hard. Yup, it was the hard knock life for us. When we stole silverware or jewelry, we go to Sal's, a store on Utica and Sterling. I was a baby, but they knew me for coming in with older guys. The guys at the store knew I was coming in with stolen stuff, but I knew they couldn't beat me because I knew what shit cost back then. I knew what I wanted. Sometimes we'd be in the streets, and if it was noon and we saw a school, we'd just go into the school, go to the cafeteria, grab a tray, get in line, and start eating. We might see someone we'd want to rob, someone who had their school ring around their neck. So we'd finish the food, put the tray back, get by the door, grab the ring, and run out. See, yous niggas is the reason why they put the polices in the schools that use the niggas. We always wanted to look nice on the streets because normally if you're a little black kid out in the city looking bummy and dirty, people harass you. So we look nice and non-threatening. Trickery, baby, trickery, yeah. Oh, genius. After about a year, I started doing burglaries by myself. It was pretty lucrative, but hanging in the streets and jostling were more exciting than robbing houses. Jostling? What the hell is jostling? And then I remember that Little Kim song, If Peter Piper Picked Him. Child, anyway, the name of the song is called Queen Bish, featuring Biggie Smalls. Child, I had no idea. Okay, here you go. What does jostle mean, slang? To bump or brush against someone or something, as in passing or in a crowd, push or shove. To compete, contend, slang, to pickpocket. Why would Lil' Kim want somebody that is a pickpocketer? That's stupid. I don't like that. That's crazy. I don't like that. I never, like, when I met a young dude and I found out that he's breaking into people's houses, I would be like, why would you do that? Somebody could steal from your mama, but a lot of these dudes' mamas was on drugs. And they felt like their mamas was being exploited anyway, so they ain't had no care. Remember when I used to mess with gentlemen, straight up apostles, now strictly ninjas that jostle? Why would Lil' Kim want to mess with a dude that pickpockets? Girl, you above that. You're a rapper now. The hell? That's beneath you, girl. Sometimes you'd find that you had competition for jostling. You'd get on a bus and there might be someone already on the bus waiting to pickpocket some people. But you might be more obvious. This was called waking the bus. The bus was quiet before you got on, but now that you've come on board, the bus driver makes an announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, some young ninjas then got on the bus. I advise you to watch your pocket and pocketbooks. They will attempt to steal and rob you. So you, please, for your own safety, get the fuck off the bus at the next stop. Thank you for riding. But the quiet jostler gets off and comes after you. Mother Hunchy, you woke the bus up, he'll scream. And if he's an older guy, he might start beating on your ass and taking your money or the jewelry that you stole. People didn't like to go pickpocketing with me because I wasn't as patient or as good as they were. I was never smooth, like, I'm going to play this ninja. I'm going to do this right up and close in person. I was so much better at blindsiding people. You know what's funny, y'all? Pause in the draws. I never thought of Mike Tyson as the smooth type. I always looked at him, it's like, oh, look at that wild beast. Ooh, he looks like, like he eats raw meat. I got some meat for him to eat. It was no surprise to my mother and my sister that I was robbing and doing antisocial things to bring money in. They saw my nice clothes and I'd bring them food, pizza, and Burger King and McDonald's. My mother knew I was up to no good, but by that time she knew it was too late. The streets had me. She thought that I was a criminal and I would die or never turn out to be shiz. She'd probably seen it before. Kids like me being like that. I would steal anything from anybody. I didn't have any boundaries. Didn't I say he was a wild beast? My mother would prefer to beg. She embarrassed me a bit because she was too honest. She was always asking for money. That's just the way she was. I gave my sister a lot of money for the house to help my mom out. Sometimes I'd give my mother $100 and she wouldn't pay me back. She didn't respect me like that. I'd say, wait a minute, I wouldn't expect for my mama to pay me back, to be honest. But he's young, he doesn't know any better. I know Mr. Welfare is paying the rent, but Ninja, come on, we could do a step up. With you contributing to the household, brother? Shit. I wouldn't expect for my mom to pay me back, but he is young. I'd say, you owe me some money, Ma. And she'd just say, you owe me your life, boy. I'm not paying you back. Okay. I ain't mad at mama. I'm not mad at her. Get away from me with this, little boy. You happy that you got a place to live. Okay? I don't care if Mr. Welfare is paying the rent around here. Didn't I stand in the fucking line and make sure that Mr. Welfare would pay all the bills around here? Okay then. The big kids in the neighborhood knew I was stealing, so they would take my money and my jewelry and my shoes, and I would be afraid to tell my mother. Damn, isn't it funny, y'all, how some of us that grew up in the hood or hood adjacent, when we look back at it, you be like, if my parents only knew what the hell I was getting into at this age. My mother had no idea the things I was seeing at the age of 15. It was weird because it was like she was still trying to parent me. Ma, how can you parent me? I done seen like 17 dead bodies already, Ma. How? And then you parenting me through the phone. Bitch, get home and raise your children. Especially this little one. Growing up, I always wanted to be the center of attention. I wanted to be the guy talking shiz. I'm the baddest mother hunchy out here. I got the best birds. I wanted to be that street guy, the fly, slick talking guy, but I was just too shy and awkward. When I tried to talk that way, somebody would hit me in the head and say, "Shut the F up, ninja." But I got a taste of what it was like to bask in the adulation of an audience when I got into my first street fight. One day, I went into this neighborhood in Crown Heights and I robbed a house with this older guy. We found $2,200 in cash and he cut me in for $600. So I went to a pet store and bought $100 worth of birds. They put them in a crate for me and the owner helped me get them on the subway. When I got off, I had somebody from my neighborhood help me drag the crate to the condemned building where I was hiding my pigeons. But this guy went and told some kids in the neighborhood that I had all these birds. So a guy named Gary Flowers, Gary Flowers, girl. Anyway. Baby, Gary Flowers had grabbed one of Mike Tyson's birds. Mike Tyson said, "Hey, give me back my bird." The dude pulled the bird from his coat, snapped the bird neck, and said, here go your bird. Oh, yikes. Caution. Danger. You want the effing bird, he said. Then he just twisted the bird's head off and threw it at me, smearing the blood all over my face and shirt.
Oh, my life.